Hello, everyone. Every morning when you wake up, you are presented with a choice: stay the same or get better. But here's the truth most people ignore. If you are not improving, you are declining. There is no standing still in life. You are either growing or slowly falling behind. So let's talk about the 10 things you must improve every single day if you want to become the person you were meant to be. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do. It dictates how you respond to challenges, how you approach opportunities, and ultimately how far you go in life. Every single day, whether you are aware of it or not, your mind is being shaped by your thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. The question is, are you actively shaping it for growth, or are you allowing it to be influenced by fear, doubt, and limitations? Most people don't realize that their greatest battle is not with the world around them, it's within them. It's the silent war between belief and doubt, between possibility and excuses, between action and hesitation. The thoughts you entertain become the reality you live. If you constantly tell yourself you're not good enough, not ready, or not capable, your mind will find every reason to prove you right. On the other hand, if you train yourself to focus on growth, to embrace challenges as opportunities, and to see failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, your life will begin to shift in ways you never imagined. What you allow into your mind determines what comes out in your actions. If you surround yourself with negativity, constantly feeding on discouragement, criticism, and fear, your mindset will reflect that. You will find yourself stuck, hesitant to take risks, afraid of stepping outside your comfort zone. But if you intentionally feed your mind with growth, through books, meaningful conversations, and daily self-discipline, you will build a mindset that refuses to settle for less than your full potential. You will begin to operate from a place of confidence, not hesitation, from a place of vision, not confusion. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is not luck, intelligence, or background. It's the ability to control and direct their thoughts. When challenges arise, do you immediately look for solutions, or do you focus on everything that could go wrong? When an opportunity presents itself, do you take action, or do you hesitate, questioning whether you're good enough? These small daily decisions determine the trajectory of your life. If you want to change your future, start by changing your mind. Choose to see possibilities instead of limitations. Choose to believe in growth instead of fear. Choose to take action instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Your mindset is either working for you or against you, and the choice is always yours. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It is not about how you feel in the moment, but about what you commit to doing regardless of circumstances. Most people rely on motivation, waiting for the perfect wave of inspiration to push them forward. But motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the wind, and if you depend on it, you will never achieve lasting success. Discipline, on the other hand, is what separates those who dream from those who do. It is the ability to show up every day, put in the work, and stay committed even when you don't feel like it. The challenge with discipline is that it requires consistency, and consistency is difficult because it is often uncomfortable. It demands that you push past excuses, that you do the hard things even when no one is watching. It requires waking up early when you'd rather sleep in, making the tough choices when the easy ones are tempting, and staying focused when distractions are everywhere. Discipline is not a talent or a gift, it is a choice. And it is a choice you must make daily. There will always be moments when you feel like giving up, moments when the progress is slow, when the results don't seem to match the effort, when everything inside you screams to quit. But discipline is what keeps you moving forward. It is what turns small actions into massive results over time. It is what transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. The truth is, success does not come from one big action, but from the daily, repetitive habits that build momentum over time. Most people fail not because they lack the ability, but because they lack the discipline to follow through. They start with excitement, but when things get difficult, they stop. They let distractions win. They let emotions dictate their actions instead of their commitments. The greatest breakthroughs in life don't come from occasional bursts of effort, but from a relentless dedication to the process. If you want to master any skill, achieve any goal, or change any part of your life, discipline is the key. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the power to keep going, to push through resistance, and to stay committed no matter how long it takes. The real question is not whether you have discipline, but whether you are willing to develop it, because that decision will determine everything. Your energy is your greatest asset. It determines how you show up in the world, how you pursue your goals, and how you handle the challenges that come your way. Without the right energy, even the best opportunities can slip through your fingers. Energy is not just about physical stamina, it is about mental sharpness, emotional resilience, and the intensity with which you approach your life. Some people wake up every day drained, moving through life in survival mode, while others radiate energy, attacking their goals with focus and determination. The difference is not luck, it is intentionality. Your energy is the result of your daily habits. What you eat, how you move, what you consume mentally, and the company you keep all play a role in the level of energy you bring into each day. If you constantly feed yourself negativity, whether through the content you watch or the conversations you engage in, your energy will reflect that. You will feel drained before you even start your day. But if you are intentional about fueling your body with the right nutrition, moving consistently, and guarding your mind against distractions, your energy will multiply. The way you manage your time also affects your energy. Many people spend their days reacting, checking their phones first thing in the morning, getting caught up in meaningless tasks, and allowing external noise to dictate their focus. By midday, they wonder why they feel exhausted without having accomplished anything significant. But those who protect their energy structure their day with purpose. They prioritize tasks that matter, eliminate distractions, and set clear boundaries on where their attention goes. Energy is not just about what you do, but also about what you refuse to engage in. Emotional energy is just as important as physical energy. Carrying resentment, stress, and unnecessary worries depletes your power. Holding on to toxic relationships, entertaining negativity, or constantly doubting yourself will drain you faster than any physical activity ever could. Protecting your emotional energy means letting go of what does not serve you and focusing on what fuels your growth. If you want to achieve anything great, you must learn to manage and amplify your energy. It is the driving force behind your discipline, your creativity, and your ability to execute. Success is not just about talent or intelligence. It is about sustaining the energy required to stay consistent, make the right decisions, and push forward even when it feels impossible. The question is, are you managing your energy, or are you letting life drain it from you? Your communication shapes the way the world perceives you. It determines the strength of your relationships, the clarity of your ideas, and the impact you have on others. Whether you realize it or not, every interaction you have is either building a connection or creating a distance. The ability to communicate effectively is not just about speaking, it is about being understood, about delivering a message that resonates, and about making people feel something. Most people assume that communication is about words, but it is much more than that. It is about your tone, your body language, your timing, and most importantly, your intention. Words alone can be empty if they do not carry conviction. You can say all the right things, but if your delivery lacks confidence, people will not listen. On the other hand, a simple message spoken with clarity and purpose can move mountains. The way you say something matters just as much as what you say. Great communicators understand that listening is just as important as speaking. Many people listen to respond, not to understand. They are so focused on what they want to say next that they miss the meaning behind the words being spoken to them. Real communication happens when you engage fully, when you make people feel heard, and when you respond with thoughtfulness instead of reacting impulsively. The more you practice deep listening, the more influence you will have in any conversation. Clarity is another key to powerful communication. If you cannot express your thoughts in a way that is simple and compelling, you will struggle to be heard. Too many people overcomplicate their message using unnecessary words, vague expressions, or filler statements that weaken their impact. The strongest communicators know how to cut through the noise get to the point, and leave an impression that lingers. Your energy also affects your communication. If you speak with uncertainty, hesitation, or doubt, people will mirror that energy. If you speak with passion, conviction, and belief, people will feel it. Every time you communicate, you are either inspiring confidence or diminishing it. Your words should not just be heard, they should be felt. Ooh. Effective communication is a skill that can be developed. It is not about being the loudest person in the room. It is about being the most intentional. The question is, are you using your words to build, inspire, and connect? Or are you speaking without truly being heard? Your learning determines your growth. The moment you stop learning, you stop progressing. Every single day, you are either expanding your knowledge or reinforcing ignorance. Life is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to adapt get left behind. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who think they know everything, but the ones who remain students no matter how much they achieve. Learning is not just about gathering information, it is about transformation. It is not enough to simply read books, watch videos, or attend seminars if you do nothing with the knowledge you gain. True learning happens when you apply what you know, when you take insights and turn them into action. Most people consume knowledge but never execute. They collect ideas but never implement them. Learning without action is wasted potential. Your willingness to learn is directly tied to your ability to grow. Those who believe they already have all the answers will never improve. The moment you think you have nothing left to learn is the moment you begin to decline. The greatest leaders, innovators, and visionaries remain curious. They ask questions, they seek new perspectives, and they embrace challenges as opportunities to learn something new. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not intelligence. It is the mindset of continuous learning. Growth requires discomfort, and learning often means confronting what you do not know. It requires humility to admit there are gaps in your knowledge. It requires courage to challenge old beliefs and adopt new ways of thinking. Many people resist learning because it forces them to change, but real success comes to those who are willing to evolve. The faster you learn, the faster you can adapt, and the faster you can succeed. Learning also requires discipline. It is not something that happens by accident. It must be intentional. The most successful people do not wait for knowledge to come to them. They seek it out. They set aside time to study, reflect, and grow. They understand that every new piece of knowledge is a tool that can move them closer to their goals. The question is, are you committed to learning every day? Are you actively seeking knowledge, applying what you learn, and using it to transform your life? Or are you letting comfort and complacency hold you back? The choice to grow is always yours. Your relationships define the quality of your life. The people you surround yourself with influence your mindset, your energy, and your future. Every connection you have is either pushing you forward or pulling you back. The challenge is that most people do not choose their relationships intentionally. They stay in environments that drain them, hold onto connections that no longer serve them, and tolerate negativity because they fear being alone. But if you want to grow, you must be willing to evaluate who you allow into your life. Relationships are not just about who you spend time with, they are about the energy you exchange. Every conversation, every interaction, every moment with another person either fuels you or depletes you. Some people lift you higher, challenge you to be better, and bring out the best in you. Others discourage you, fill your mind with doubt, and keep you trapped in mediocrity. The difference between a fulfilling life and a frustrating one often comes down to the relationships you choose to nurture. True relationships are built on trust, respect, and mutual growth. They are not about convenience or obligation, but about adding value to each other's lives. A strong relationship challenges you to think bigger, to act with integrity, and to push beyond your limits. If the people around you do not inspire you, support you, or hold you accountable, you may be in the wrong circles. Growth requires connection, but it also requires the right connections. One of the hardest lessons in life is learning to let go of toxic relationships. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Some people are there to teach you lessons, and once those lessons are learned, you must move on. Holding on to relationships out of fear or comfort will only slow you down. You cannot grow while staying attached to people who refuse to grow themselves. The quality of your relationships is also a reflection of how you treat others. If you want deep, meaningful connections, you must be willing to give as much as you receive. You must listen, support, and invest in the people who matter. Great relationships are not built on selfishness, but on mutual care and effort. Are your relationships helping you become the person you are meant to be? Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge, support, and inspire you? Or are you allowing toxic connections to drain your potential? The answers to these questions will determine your future. Your emotional control determines the way you navigate life's challenges. Every day, you are faced with situations that test your patience, your discipline, and your ability to stay focused. Some people allow emotions to dictate their actions. They react impulsively, make decisions based on temporary feelings, and regret them later. Others master their emotions, learning to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom. The difference between the two is it is control. Emotions are powerful. They can drive you to greatness or lead you to destruction. Anger can push you to prove yourself, or it can cause you to burn bridges. Fear can make you cautious and strategic, or it can paralyze you into inaction. Excitement can motivate you, or it can cause you to make reckless decisions. The key is not to suppress your emotions, but to understand them, to channel them into something productive, rather than letting them control you. Many people struggle with emotional control because they have never taken the time to examine their triggers. They allow external events to dictate their internal state. Someone criticizes them and they lash out. A plan falls apart and they spiral into frustration. They feel hurt and they shut down. But true strength comes from learning to manage emotions rather than being ruled by them. It means recognizing that emotions are signals, not commands. You can feel anger without acting on it. You can feel fear without letting it stop you. You can feel disappointment without giving up. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional control. If you do not understand your emotions, you will always be at their mercy. Paying attention to how you react, what triggers certain feelings, and how those emotions influence your decisions is the first step to mastery. Once you understand your emotions, you can learn to direct them rather than be controlled by them. Emotional control is not about being cold or indifferent. It is about making choices that align with your goals rather than being swayed by temporary feelings. It is about responding rather than reacting, thinking rather than assuming, and choosing wisdom over impulse. The most successful people are not those who never feel emotions, but those who refuse to be controlled by them. Do you control your emotions, or do your emotions control you? The answer to that question will determine the stability of your mind, the strength of your decisions, and the quality of your life. Your time is your most valuable resource. Unlike money, once it is spent, you can never get it back. Every day you are given the same 24 hours as everyone else, but how you use them determines the direction of your life. Some people invest their time wisely, focusing on growth, progress, and purpose. Others waste it on distractions, excuses, and meaningless activities. The difference between success and failure is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is how you manage your time. The difference between success and failure is not talent, luck, or intelligence. Most people do not realize how much time they waste. They say they are busy, but being busy is not the same as being productive. Scrolling through social media, watching endless entertainment, or engaging in unproductive conversations might feel like activities, but they do not bring you closer to your goals. Time lost on distractions is time stolen from your dreams. The question is not whether you have time. The question is what you are prioritizing. Prioritization is key. You must be intentional with how you spend your hours. Successful people do not let time control them. They take control of their time. They wake up with a plan, they set clear goals, and they eliminate anything that does not serve their purpose. They understand that every hour wasted is an opportunity lost. They are not afraid to say no to things that do not align with their vision. Discipline is what separates those who achieve great things from those who simply exist. It is easy to put things off until tomorrow, to procrastinate, to wait for the right time. But the right time will never come. The best time to start is always now. Every small decision you make about your time compounds over weeks, months, and years. The habits you build today determine the results you will see in the future. You do not have unlimited time. The clock is always ticking, whether you pay attention to it or not. Every second matters. The way you use your time is a direct reflection of what you value. If you truly want to grow, succeed, and create a meaningful life, you must protect your time fiercely. You must be intentional, focused, and disciplined in how you spend it. Are you controlling your time, or is your time controlling you? If you want to change your life, start by changing how you use each day. Your future depends on it. Your health is the foundation of everything. Without it, nothing else truly matters. You can have all the money in the world, all the success, and all the achievements, but if your health deteriorates, everything else becomes irrelevant. Yet, too many people neglect their well-being, assuming they can push their bodies and minds to the limit without consequence. The truth is, your body is not invincible. It requires care, attention, and consistency. If you do not take care of it, it will eventually break down, and you will find yourself in a battle that you could have avoided. The choices you make every day, what you eat, how you move, how much you rest, determine your health. It's not about short-term fixes or temporary bursts of motivation. It's about building a lifestyle that supports your well-being for the long haul. Your health doesn't improve by doing a crash diet or exercising for a few days and then stopping. It's about making small, consistent decisions every single day that lead to big changes over time. Eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, and managing stress are not just suggestions, they are necessity. Your body is not just a machine. It is the vehicle that carries you through life. If you do not take care of it, you will find yourself in a place where you can't function at your best. When your body is weak, your mind is weak. When you feel exhausted, your motivation fades. When you are sick or in pain, it becomes difficult to focus on your goals or even think clearly. Your physical state directly impacts your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Health is not just about avoiding illness, but about thriving. It's about having the energy and vitality to chase your dreams, to be present with the people you love, and to experience life fully. It's about being in a state where your body can handle the challenges that come your way and still perform at its best. You cannot take your health for granted. Each day, you have the power to make choices that improve or damage it. Are you investing in your health, or are you neglecting it? Your future self will thank you for taking care of your body today, but your future will suffer if you don't. The time to act is now, because the longer you wait, the harder it will become. Your purpose is the driving force behind everything you do. It is the reason you wake up every morning, the fuel that keeps you moving forward when the road gets tough. Without purpose, life becomes a series of days passed in search of something deeper. People who live without a clear purpose are often lost, drifting through life without direction. They wake up each day unsure of what they are truly working for. On the other hand, those who know their purpose live with intention and clarity. They have a sense of fulfillment that others cannot understand because their actions are aligned with something greater than themselves. Purpose gives you a reason to push through challenges. When life becomes difficult, when you encounter setbacks, your purpose is what will carry you through. It provides you with the resilience to keep going when everything seems impossible. People who have a sense of purpose are not immune to struggles, but they are able to keep moving forward because they know why they are doing what they do. Finding your purpose requires deep reflection. It is not something that can be discovered overnight. It is something that is built over time through experiences, trial and error, and a willingness to look within yourself. What do you truly care about? What makes you feel alive? What are you willing to sacrifice for? These questions will guide you towards your purpose. When you know your purpose, every decision becomes clearer. You no longer waste time on things that do not align with your goals. you become more focused, more driven, and more intentional with how you spend your time and energy. Purpose allows you to say no to distractions, to ignore the noise, and to stay focused on what really matters. People with purpose also inspire others. When you live with a clear sense of direction, it becomes evident to those around you. Your passion is contagious and others are drawn to you. Your purpose not only changes your life, it can change the lives of those you touch. Are you living with purpose? Are your actions aligned with something greater than yourself? If not, now is the time to find it. When you know your purpose, everything changes. Your life becomes a journey of meaning, fulfillment, and impact. In conclusion, every single day presents an opportunity for growth, and it's within our control to shape our future. Your mindset, discipline, energy, communication, learning, relationships, emotional control, time, health, and purpose are all critical pieces that come together to create a life of impact, success, and fulfillment. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency and the willingness to improve just a little bit each day. The decisions you make today will determine the person you become tomorrow. It's time to take charge of these areas of your life. Set the foundation for your success and make every day count. Thank you for listening, and may your journey towards personal growth and greatness continue with strength and determination.